What's up, Dunkaholics? It's Wayne Duncan, Novich Duncan, and we're here with year 5 of the Madden 24 New England Patriots Realistic Rebuild. If you tuned in to part 4, uh, just like the other seasons, can't get over 500, can't win the AFC East, can't make the playoffs, can't get to a championship game or a Super Bowl. This has just not gone the Patriots' way. But maybe with a little bit of good luck, if you love the NBA and watch the NBA Finals. The Boston Celtics, as I record this, won their 18th NBA championship. So maybe in this year 5, where it's Super Bowl or nothing, we can get the New England Patriots their 7th Super Bowl trophy. With all that being said, let's waste no more time and let's meet the final roster squad team here before the preseason starts here in year 5. At the quarterback position, we still have Angelo Colon, who undoubtedly had his best season so far in his young career. I mean, the passing numbers was a career low. It did go down. I think we relied more on the run, back on the run, as we started to pass a little bit more the season prior. But career high, 26 touchdowns, and a career low, 9 interceptions. He cut down on the turnovers. Most of the games that we did lose in year 4 was not on him. It was not his fault. Did get sacked 40 times, so we still need to work on protecting them, but went up in completion percentage, went down in average yards per attempt, and actually a career low. And I mean, he wasn't passing a lot, but he wasn't making, a ton of turnovers. Maybe that is the reason why he didn't turn the ball over so much, because we didn't throw it so much. But he did limit the turnovers. So we are giving him this final season. It is the final season. We're not going to find a better quarterback that is younger, I don't think, right now. There were no quarterbacks in free agency, and wouldn't make sense to just draft another rookie and start all over again when it's year 5. This is the end. So we're going with Angelo Colon, even though I don't think we picked up his 5th-year option. But we still have the guy that we drafted that's been sitting under him, Joey Thomas, just in case, who played well in the preseason too last season. Preseason matters. We have Joe Fant, who could emerge as the running back 1 this season. We still have Ramondre Stevenson, but he is, 1 year away from 30, from dirty 30. Still had 1,000 yards. Average was good, but 5 touchdowns, which is ties his career low. But a career high, and probably one of the most highest fumble numbers in the simulation that I've seen in Madden 24. 3 fumbles. And as you can see, he has not had a run over a first down in all of these seasons. So we may make a change at running back and may limit his role as just a power back or the running back 2. And maybe it is time for Joe Fant to see what he can do as a running back 1. But we'll let them compete in preseason. Then we just brought in Austin Eckler here before the preseason starts. Nice veteran in the running back room. Matt Christmas still at fullback. Receiving T. Higgins. He's been better. Would still like to see 1,000 yards. But, I mean, when we're having, the play that we're having at quarterback, I'm not going to blame T. Higgins. But, we got our wide receiver 1, big target to throw the ball to, just throw it up to him. But he's doing okay with what he has to work with. Hunter Renfrow has been aging like fine wine. He regresses in rating, but he's been consistent in the slot. But we did lose Demario Douglas. We did not bring him back in free agency. Didn't have a good season last season. So we're going with some of the younger wide receivers. We have Max Hayes, the speedster, deep threat that we took last year. We drafted this big 6'5" slot receiver, Oscar Brooks, for this season. And then we had basically another Oscar Brooks, 6'4", 217 Peter Irvin that we took last year with Max Hayes. All 3 of these guys will compete for the wide receiver 3 spot. But I feel like Max Hayes will fit that Demarius Douglas replacement better. We can have him on the outside, T. Higgins on the outside, the big guy that we throw the ball to, the speedster. And then we'll have Hunter Renfrow working the slot. Tight end, Andrew Jenkins, X Factor, our Gronk, baby Gronk. He's been solid. Hunter Henry, who probably shouldn't be on this team still, but I mean, as the tight end too, he's been doing numbers, man. 3 touchdowns the season before, 2 touchdowns last season. Was our starter to start it off with Mike Gesicki, but he's been able to remain on the team. He's been able to keep his spot on the team. We got Bronny Stanley coming in as the replacement for Trent Brown. He was one of our big free agent signings. And then left guard, Cole Strange. We have Leonard Murphy going into his second season. Sidy So's been our best offensive lineman. I don't think he was last season, though. Did give up 6 sacks, his worst season. The tackles, though, Winu, he's been really good. And when we had Trent Brown, he was really good. We'll wait to see what Ronnie Stanley can provide us on the offensive line. Christian Barmore, we brought in Kobe Turner in free agency. And then we have Marquise Bonner, the X Factor defensive tackle, our version of Aaron Donald. And, speaking of Aaron Donald, we traded for Bobby Brown when we got rid of Juju Smith-Schuster. We also have, Bobby Brown, and we mentioned Aaron Donald. So a couple of Rams players there. Kobe Turner as well. A lot of Rams players on this team now on our D-line. Brought in Dalvin Tomlinson as a third defensive tackle. Grayson Barber is going to start this season. No more Matt Judon. And Grayson Barber, when we drafted him, he was a 4th-round pick. And when his depth chart got revealed, he was an X factor. They took it away from him because he had limited playing time because we didn't know what his depth trait was. So based off of that, even though he's down to normal, kind of what we did with Brian Cutler, who we drafted as, I think, a star or superstar, and then they knocked him down to normal, and we had to work his way back up to star and now back to superstar where he should have been all along. We're going to take the Brian Cutler route and do that with Grayson Barber. Draft him as an X factor. I don't care if he's on that normal dev. Didn't deserve to get knocked down all the way to normal dev. I mean, he didn't play as much, so I would have took being knocked down to star even. But they knocked my boy all the way down. So we're going to give him some playing time and let him kind of redeem himself and get that dev trait back. Brian Cutler and Hardison, the 2 young linebackers. And then we have Jelani Tavai, the veteran, at linebacker. And we drafted this guy to sit under him. Corner, Christian Gonzalez. He had an amazing season last season. Or the past couple of seasons. Couple of picks. Starting to become a ball hawk. Marcus Jones staying on special teams. Glenn McGee, who's our corner 2, 3, and then Brandon Quick, nice depth there. And then free safety Marte Mapu, who, when I started this rebuild, I had high expectations for. It's just been okay. You can't solely base the production off of interceptions, but our secondary really has been like the stronger part of our defense. Even though our defensive line, the way it's set up now, looks to be, it looks a little bit better than the secondary, but the secondary has played their part with Marte Mapu at free safety, Jabril Peppers at strong safety, Duggar, who's been safety, corner, linebacker, money backer, special teams, just been doing it all. He's been able to stay on the team. And then we got Chad Ryland, who had a really good season. Probably should have been kicker of the year, only missing one field. Really, they missed none. It was blocked. So don't know if he would have missed it on his own or not. Probably should have won kicker of the year. But if he stays efficient like that, kickers do matter. They matter. They win you games. They lose you games. And then Bryce Berger at punter. But that is the team for this final season. And we're going to simulate the preseason. Seems like we play my Hawks every year, week 1 preseason. But we lose 34-28. I hope that did not go into overtime because we don't need those extra minutes being played, and it did. I don't know why they just didn't shut the game down and call it a tie after the 4th quarter because we can't afford any injuries. Joey Thomas, 2 touchdowns, no picks, continue with his great preseason play, but Cologne 1 touchdown for the short amount of time that he was in the game, 6 of 10. Joe Font making a strong case to be the running back 1 this year, but Ramondre Stevenson did have a touchdown. I feel like we probably should go with the younger Font. Stevenson's going to be turning 30 at some point in the season. Yes, he's getting 1,000 yards. Yes, his average is okay, but the fumbles, not being able to break a long run. We may need a spark like a Joe Font, and he is a different type of archetype, so maybe that will open up the running game a little bit more. Hunter Renfrow, man, he's just been great, just like the slot wide receivers of the Patriots in the past. Don't know who that guy is, giving up a couple of sacks. No sacks from our team, no picks. Chad Ryland just was talking him up, hyping him up, gaslighting him, and he misses 2 field goals in the preseason. So I don't like that, but I'd rather you get the misses out of the way now before we get into the regular season. You have the Panthers, and we lose to them 21-16. Cologne was great. Thomas was not. Through an interception. Font and Ramondre Stevenson, it's going to be a close battle. T. Higgins was good. The tight end had a touchdown. Hunter Henry with a catch. No sacks. We had a pick from our third strong safety, Brennan. That might be enough for him to make the team. And Chad Ryland fires back 3 of 3, made a 53-yard and made all his extra pointers. And now we head to the final preseason game. Wide receiver mentorship. This is Hunter Renfrow. And Hunter Renfrow, man, what a leader. Brung him in, traded for him, and ever since then, he's been great in the slot. He's mentored this. He's trying to mentor Oscar Brooks. He's mentored Demario Douglas. He mentored Max Hayes, I think, last season. Just mentoring everybody, stepping up as a leader. And I love it. I appreciate it, Hunter Renfrow. And let's actually see. We'll just simulate this final preseason game against the Bucks. And we lose. So we go 0-3. That could be backwards good luck. That's what I call it when you lose every game in the preseason. Then you get to the regular season. You make it to the playoffs. Could win the Super Bowl. And Cologne had a great preseason. No doubt. He is our quarterback one. Stevenson, but Font, the touchdown, that might have solidified. So I think we just need to change at running back. Stevenson's still going to get carries, but we're going to go with the younger Font. Hunter Renfrow being the leader that he is. 2 touchdowns for our X-Factor tight end, Baby Gronk. Christian Barmore, Bonner, Kobe Turner. That starting D-line all getting sacks, saying, hey, it's not all on the secondary. And Chad Ryland, get them misses out now, bro. Get it out your system. Do whatever you need to do because we're headed to the regular season after we cut these 6 players, after we look at these stats, though, for the preseason. Cologne, 4 touchdowns, no picks, 34-47. I'll take it. Font, oh, it was close. Font did have 12 more carries, about 50 more yards, but we're going to go with the younger Font. Longest run, I want to see somebody get over 10 yards. Hunter Renfrow was amazing. And our wide receiver 3, we're going to go at Max Hayes. Brooks could be a future starter. He's going to be our wide receiver 4. Offensive line was really good. So outside of that one dude, D-line, saw had the sacks. Chad Ryland, 3 of 6. At least he made all his extra pointers. We are going to make our cut to the team. This should be easy. I saw we had a lot of left tackles behind Ronnie Stanley. So that will be where most of our cuts happen. Jonathan Cannon. Don't think we need him. Let's move him to the practice squad. Don't really need 4 tight ends, but first of all, we don't need all these damn left tackles. So this is where most of our cuts is going to come from. And then maybe that tight end will be the last of the bunch. Last of the Brady bunch. And that center, we have a right tackle here. Probably put that center. Maybe we can go with the 4 tight ends. I think the rest of the team, if we don't have a lot of corners, we could probably fill this roster out. Tell you what we're going to do. The Xavier Cook get released. This Deontay White can get released. Abraham, going on a practice squad. We could probably keep that other tight end. But how many players do we have? I hate that it doesn't show. 50. out of 53. So we can look at the free agency week 3. There tends to be some guys that have been cut by other teams. We could look to add a veteran corner for depth. Let's see, Dory Jackson. Maybe like a Emmanuel Mosley, Darnay Holmes, Mike Jackson, Kobe Durant, David Long. Sean Wade, we could bring back Sean Wade. Really didn't give him that much playing time when we had him on the roster. I guess, why not? Let's bring back Sean Wade. We have linebackers. So I think could bring Judon back, but I don't think we want to. Man, what other positions do we need, right? You could do quarterback 3. I think we're straight. Honestly. I think we're straight. How do we have 2 more roster spots? I just don't see how. Got 3 running backs. Maybe we can go 4 running backs. I guess. Maybe like a AJ Dillon. Or we could steal this guy right here from the Patriots. Or from the 49ers. Let's do that. Let's steal a practice squad player. We've had a couple of practice squad players being stolen from us. So we'll take him. And we have 4 tight ends. I think we'll just leave this final spot now. I think maybe that's the curse. Maybe I just need to fill out this roster because we haven't had 53 out of 53. It's always been like 52. So I think we're just going to fill out the roster and see if that enables us to finally have a winning season and make the playoffs. Then we're going to look at middle linebacker and go with maybe a Noah Sewell. Yeah, we'll go at Noah Sewell. And that should make the roster 53 out of 53. So for the first time in this rebuild, we have a full roster. We're going to upgrade the team, adjust the lineup, set up the depth chart the way we want it. Gonzalez with 2 points. But we'll see how the depth chart sets up and we get off to the regular season. We're going to start off with 2 division games back-to-back off rip. Wasting no time. Quarterback 1 will be Angelo Colon, Font, then Stevenson, and we're going to go with Austin Eckler as the 3rd running back. Look at that. That guy that we signed, same exact ratings as a Austin Eckler, who was a mentor. So training the next Austin Eckler. Look at speed, acceleration, morale, all the same. Fullback will be Matt Christmas, Mondre Stevenson, and then we'll do that 4th tight end that we have. Is it Peterson? Yeah, he'll go down there. Actually, we probably should do the blocking guy, right? But it doesn't matter. Receiver, T. Higgins, Hunter Renfrow, Hayes, Brooks. It will Hunter Henry. Tight end will be Jenkins, Henry, and Bibbs. Offensive line should be set. Same thing as the defensive ends, the defensive tackle. I shouldn't have to worry about it. We're actually deep on the D line. When you got Ogunjobi, when you have this rookie Ham that we drafted, when you have Tomlinson and Bobby Brown the third, all behind the younger D lines, Christian Barmore, Bonner, Kobe Turner. We're gonna go Barber, Patton, who lost a depth trait too a couple seasons ago. Cutler, Hardison. Now we add Noah Sewell to the mix. Jelani Tavai. We have Kennard. Shelby, and we're stacked. Getting younger. McGee's going to be cornerback 2. Going to go with Quick over Jones. Jones will be more a special teamer. We bring Sean Wade back. Got Mapu, and then Kyle Duggar will be the slot corner. Special teams, we have Max Hayes, Marcus Jones. Punt return, Max Hayes, Marcus Jones. And then we'll add Eckler's too old. We'll add the guy that we just signed from the 49ers. Banger with 99 kick power. Third down back will be Font. Eckler, Stevenson, power back Stevenson, Font. Slot receiver will be Hunter Renfrow, Brooks, and Hayes. Left end will be, they have Kobe Turner. Right end they have Barber. D tackle they have Christian Barmore, Bonner, Bobby Brown. Sub linebacker Tavai, Cutler. I'm actually going to go Cutler, then Tavai. Maybe Kyle Duggar because Hardison really... Yeah, we'll do that, and then slot corner we'll do. They have Marcus Jones, but we're gonna do Duggar, then Marcus Jones, and then Brandon. I think I'm gonna do Brandon Quick right there. I kind of want to get Hardison in. We don't need Duggar to do everything anymore. He's 30 now, slowing down a little bit. So let's get on to the regular season. Don't know if this is a home game, away game, prime time game against the Jets. Season goal, Super Bowl or nothing. Don't have to worry about the draft class. It's all about getting that 7th Super Bowl ring. We'll auto-generate it anyway, just to see what the class would have looked like. Actually, 5 quarterbacks in the top 10. So if we were to continue this rebuild further on, Cologne doesn't deliver, we scout some more quarterbacks. Well, 83 overall, 85 defense, 83 offense. Our defense has always had a little bit of an edge over the offense. Jets also at 83. Let's see if we can open up at home with the win in Foxborough, 20-17. We lose by a field goal. I hope Chad Ryland did not miss a field goal. But 27 rushing yards. We might have to go back to Ramondre Stevenson as the starter. 12 third down conversions. And the fact that we were up 10-0 after the first quarter, sad. But this is not on Cologne. Did throw that one pick, then only threw for 180 yards. But 14 carries, 27 yards, 1.9. Didn't even give Stevenson a... If he's playing that badly, you don't even give Ramondre Stevenson a carry, man. Come on. What's up with that, Gerard Mayo? Touchdown for Hunter Renfrow. Sack for Patton. Pick for Brian Cutler. Chad Ryland did not miss. But what is up with Ramondre Stevenson not getting a carry? Looks like Font... We're going to give him another game. To get his act together, but it's not looking good. He's not performing after that first game. But we do win the second game. It is a big one. Any division game is always important. Win the overtime. But once again, we were up 10-0 at the half, and we let the league slip. But we were able to hold on, showed our resiliency. We ran it, we passed it. We were really balanced. We were great on third down. Time of possession was really good. Cologne had one of the best games of his career, 267-3. Did get sacked 4 times, but it was really efficient. Same for Tua, and there we go. 24 carries, 84 yards. Average not that great. Did we give Stevenson? We did. Austin Eckler got a carry, too. A couple of them. Max Hayes looking to break out this season. 5 catches, 95 yards, and a touchdown. T. Higgins, 6 and 90. And then 2 touchdowns for Hunter Renfrow out of the slot. Looking at the sacks, Bonner, Tavai, Christian Wilkins, Christian Barmore, both Christians, and then Grayson Barber, still playing like an X Factor. I'm going to treat him like an X Factor because he should have never lost the damn death trait. I'm going to treat him like an X Factor. But we are now 1-1. Jets standalone at 2-0. They beat us in the first game. Now we have the Eagles. It looks like we've played every opponent that the Patriots has faced in the Super Bowl. In the preseason, we played the Panthers. We played the Seahawks. I forgot the final team we played. It was the Panthers, the Seahawks, and then it was the Bucks, which is the team that Brady went to. Now we're playing the Eagles. We might even play the Giants this season. Maybe the Falcons. We're playing the Falcons because I see the Saints on the schedule, part of the NFC South. But we lose 24-18. All of these games have been within reach, within one score. We were down at the half, couldn't score any points in the fourth quarter, struggling to run the football. But it was not on Font. Stevenson had a touchdown. T. Higgins, over 100 yards. Tavai, Colby Turner, Barber playing like an X Factor. And I just realized something. Do we have Colby Turner? Okay, I thought, I'm like, I know I have him as a rush something, right? But we have the Saints, both 1-2. Something's got to give, and we win 17-7, very low scoring, but a great game probably by our defense. Great showing by our defense. We haven't had any primetime games. Shut them down, running and passing. We did turn the ball over. I hate turning the ball over when we're dominating every other category. 19 of 21. So efficient. Font proving me wrong after that first game. Now they're looking like a great 1-2 punch, 1-2 duo. T. Higgins has been our leading receiver every game. Oscar Brooks, 6'5", tight end. Or wide receiver. Probably could move him to tight end. But he's our wide receiver 4, getting a touchdown. Another big body just throw it up to Kyle Duggar with the interception. Chad Ryland. I think the field goal was blocked. But T. Higgins doing the thing this season. Our receivers playing well. We love our 4 or 5 wide receivers. Love seeing the wide receiver 4 get some catches, get some touchdowns in there. But we win again. We beat the Dolphins. I believe we just swept them. We got the brooms out, got the dustpans out, and we swept them. Just got to beat the Jets. And whenever we play the Bills, who have had our number in this rebuild. But we're showing that we can be balanced. We're getting more yards. Cologne's throwing more touchdowns, throwing more yards. Font running the ball. Receivers putting up big numbers. And look at this. Peter Irving. He is our wide receiver 5. 6 catches, 62 yards, 2 touchdowns for Hunter Renfrow. Trevor Bibbs. He is our 3rd tight end. Utilizing everybody. Jabril Peppers with the interception. Loving it. I am concerned, though, while we use most of those backups. We have a breakout DB, and this is for Glenn McGee, our star dev cornerback 2, trying to go up to superstar. Or is it star if they knock them back down? And I want to see if our depth chart got rearranged. Don't think it did. I think we just substituted some guys in. Yeah, and I don't see any just used them. 3-2. Got the 3-2 other red, blue, and white team. Texans, there's a couple. Giants. But Bills. A lot of teams are red, white, and blue. 4th of July coming up soon. We lose, though, 20-14. Another one-score game. Another overtime game, man. We've been overtime since the preseason. We're going to be gassed. We're going to be tired. We're going to be exhausted. Even if we do make the playoffs, we might just run out of stamina, and that might be the reason why we don't win this season. Receivers. Font with the receiving touchdown. He's definitely given us something different out of the backfield. Kobe Turner with a sack, pick for Kyle Duggar, his second on the season. But we're like up, down, seesaw right now. Win, lose, win, lose. Glenn McGee doesn't hit on the depth trait. And now we have the Dallas Cowboys, America's team versus what probably should be America's team and the Patriots. I mean, they're the Patriots. But 27-17, we continue that win, lose trend, that pattern. Hopefully we can win some more. Man, look at that. Passing yards. Throwing the ball a little bit more. Thomas gets in. It seems like he always gets in and just throws a dart to somebody. Not running the ball, but Hunter Renfrow, T. Higgins, the two players that we traded for. Oscar Brooks, again, getting in there. 3 catches, 33 yards, a touchdown. Max Hayes with a 13-yard first down catch. Christian Barmore, Jelani Tavai getting some sacks season. And we are using our 3-4 wide receivers, man. And I'm digging it. Mock Draft 2 is available. Don't need to focus on that. Now we have the Washington Commanders, both teams 4-3. Can we win 2 games in a row? And we finally do, 23-13, as we try to build some momentum, and we have a bye week. This is where the setup happens. The setting where the setup happens. Bye week. Just won our first 2-game winning streak. Watch it all come. Max Hayes, 5 catches, 70 yards. Hunter Henry with a touchdown. I love that we are using our 3 tight ends. We're using our 4 or 5 wide receivers, linebackers getting interceptions and sacks, backup quarterbacks coming in, throwing darts. Using the whole team. It's going to take a team effort. And then look at this. Look at our team rankings in the middle of the season. 7th in passing. 7th in passing with Cologne at quarterback. We have the number 2 defense. 18 in passing, 15 in rushing. Don't have to worry about the contracts. We are going to upgrade the team. I don't think we have any dev trait reveals. So we're just going to upgrade everybody and move on to another Super Bowl pass. Actually, one of their kryptonites when it comes to the Super Bowl, Eli Manning beating them twice. We have the Giants, who are 2-7. This is after the bye week. This is after we just had 2 wins in a row. And we're going to need all our players up to par, upgraded. Oh, man, the Bills 6-3. We have yet to play them. It's probably going to come down between us two. Dolphins 2-7. Jets 4-5, right under us. So we need to keep it rolling. This is our first primetime game, I think. 8:20, and we lose. Here we go. Right after the bye week. Cologne, worst game of the season. Font was average. T. Higgins, worst game of the season for him. Barmore at the sack, no picks. Chad Riley, no field goals. Just throw that game away. As we are now 5-4. Bills lost. They're 6-4. And we win 35, and of course the Bills win when we win. 35-17, probably our most complete game offensively. No turnovers. Scored a lot of points. Must have ran the ball. He only threw 1 touchdown. 2 touchdowns for Fant, 2 touchdowns for Stevenson. T. Higgins, 93 receiving yards. Touchdown for Font out of the backfield. Cutler with the pick. Barber with a couple sacks. Bonner with the sack. So defense actually getting pressure on the quarterback. And we're over 500. I just realized that. And I think we just tied our most wins at this rebuild so far. I think we had 6 or 7 wins last season. We have a breakout running back. This is for Font. I may want to just give him more carries and more opportunities this game. So we may make him the power back as well. Take some carries away from Ramondre Stevenson, try to help out Font with this dev trait scenario. He's already our third down back. Let's make Font our power back just for this game. Give him as much carries as possible and see if he can get that Goldie boy, that gold superstar dev trait. We're going to upgrade the players too. This is a very important game. Don't think we've been able to beat the Titans either because of the Mike Vrabel connection. I believe they had Malcolm Butler at one point on their team too. So see if we can beat them, improve to 7-4, and of course we don't. 14-7. Same score as the Giants, and it was on the Thursday night game. Just take us off of Thursday nights, Goodell. Putting us on short weeks, man, within 3 weeks. Setting us up. No rushing touchdowns. Hunter Renfrow had a great game. 102 yards and a touchdown out of the slot. Bonner, Mapu. First time hearing his name this season. We're not going to get the dev trait on the running back. So we're not even going to entertain that breakout message. And we're going to put Ramondre Stevenson back as our power back. Maybe I should have just left it the way it was. He had been running hard the way it was set up already. And now, is this our first meeting against the Bills, or did we play them already? I don't know, but this game is very important. Even if we lose and don't win the division, we'll just focus on getting to the dance, making the playoffs. They blow us out. Almost dropped 50 on us. 42 points to 14. We just can't beat the Bills. We can't. Bro, they skunked us 28-0 in the first half. Josh Allen, he's just been on another level in this rebuild. They got our number. They got our number. Their receivers dominated the game. Bonner, Barber, Chad Ryland. We had a lot of punts, 333 yards of punting. And we have the Broncos. See if we can beat them, get off this little losing streak, save our season. And we do. Get the 7 wins. We are a couple wins away from maybe our first playoff appearance. But we have the Bills coming up again. But 2 touchdowns for Cologne. We picked off this Mike Peters guy 3 times. Font, 83 yards. He's getting better every game. Cologne with a rushing touchdown. I think 2 TDs for Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown for T. Higgins. Ramondre Stevenson had another touchdown. Was that 3 on the day for him? Tavai half a sack. Bonner. Tavai interception. Using our DBs. 3rd strong safety with the interception. 9-4 Jags, and then we have the Bills, then we have the Jets, who are still kind of in it. But this is probably the game of the season for us. And we get mudded. 22-0. Just too inconsistent. I don't even want to look at the stat sheet, bro. We didn't score any points. Hayes, he's been quiet. Brooks, I've been using both of them. Bonner, the D-line, I'm loving the pressure. They're battling in the trenches. But this inconsistent play. We have a great game, then we have a game like that where we can't score anything. Breakout linebacker, this is for Grayson Barber. Brush should be an X Factor. If he hits this, put him just put him back up to X Factor. Just give it to him, bro. Just give it to him. And it is the Bills. This could be the end of our season. Do I see is that a damn stormtrooper? Week 18? What in the Star Wars is going on here? What in the Empire Strikes Back is that? Some team must have relocated. Bills, man. We have not been able to run it with them this whole rebuild, bro. I don't think we beat them not one time, bro. Josh Allen, bro. Yeah, Madden 25 is not, you're not gonna have Stephon Diggs or Gabe Davis to throw the damn ball to. Font with the touchdown. And Cutler though gets a sack. Tavai Barber gets a sack. Maybe a dev tray upgrade, maybe not. I think he just needed a sack, right? He is on normal dev. This will put him back up to star. But how many games have we lost since that bye week, bro? It seems like it's been every game. 2-game winning streak, lost one, lost two in a row, one, lost two in a row. So because of what we're seeing here, I expect a win at the Jets and Salt Lake City Pioneers. Who are the Salt Lake City, which is in Utah, Pioneers? Myles Garrett, this has to be the Browns. So they're not the Browns, but their team colors look to be brown and orange, like the Cleveland Brownies. I saw Juju Smith-Schuster's name there. But have the Jets. Oh man, the Dolphins rallying back. Jets, they beat us. They're 7-9. This is the season for us. We lose this, we're out. We win this game, and we beat the Browns or the Pioneers in Week 18. We might have a chance. And we don't have no chance after that loss. So the only thing that we can root for is a win in Week 18, last game of the season finale. This whole rebuild is going to be the season finale because we're not making the playoff. Oscar Brooks, I should have started him. One catch for 80 yards. Hayes, one catch for 44 yards. Where the hell is T. Higgins? 3 catches. Just got injured, tired, taken out, pissed off that we're not going to make the playoffs. Barber getting the TFL and sack. Should have did that last game. Would have been a star. Now you're just boring. But I mean, we win this game, beat this new team, Salt Lake City Pioneers. We can maybe win second place in the division. Hell, we win this game, we improve our regular. We've been improving every season, the wins. Maybe we do one more year to see if we can continue that and make the playoffs, but I don't think it's happening. This is going to be the last game of the season. So, see what happens. Gerard Mayo is probably going to get fired because we picked Super Bowl as the goal. Can't even tell if we won that last game. So we're just going to look at the passing leaders. Patrick Mahomes, Mike Peters, that's that guy on the Broncos, I believe. Dak Prescott, K9, Bijan Robinson, Christian McCaffrey, Juju Smith-Schuster. Look at that. He's got to be like well over 30 at this point. We traded him after, year one, and he puts a 104 at 15 and 13 touchdowns. Just guess he got his aura back. His TikTok aura. I don't know. DJ Moore, CeeDee Lamb, Myles Garrett. I think he broke the sack record one of those years. He had like 38. It was crazy. Max Crosby at 23, Micah Parsons, Marquise Bell, Sidney Brown, Olakun, Brian Cutler. That is our linebacker. He must have been on the field a lot. I believe that's his second time in the rebuild doing this, leading the NFL in tackles. Quay Walker and then Damone Clark. Looking at, we have to go to the Patriots now. Pioneers, man. Why did I go to them? But yeah, this is the team that got Juju, right? That's crazy. That is crazy. But we're the Patriots, right? Best season so far for Angelo Cologne. Best season for Angelo Cologne. 3,800 passing, almost 4,000 passing yards. So we just threw it more this season. 476 attempts, almost 500 attempts. 27 touchdowns, interceptions continuing to go down slow. Developing really slow when it comes to his numbers, but improving every single year. Still has high potential. Completion percentage 69, nice percentage. 224 yards per game, 225 per game, 224.6 to be exact. Rating 105.7. He was really efficient. Only got sacked 23 times, so it was usually 40. We cut that in half. Played all 17 games. Wasn't injured. Cologne. Wish this happened earlier, but he did his thug, man. He did his thing. He balled out in this final season, and hats off to him. 1,000 yards. First season as a starter, only one fumble, 4 touchdowns. The average yards per carry were not great. 8 touchdowns for Stevenson, though. And once again, we just couldn't find anybody that could be explosive out of the backfield enough to get more than a damn first down. This season, they didn't even get a first down. I see why we threw the ball more with Angelo Cologne. Receiving. Spread it out evenly between the running back, Font, the tight end, Jenkins, and 4 wide receivers. Our 4th wide receiver had 4 touchdowns. 22. I love this. I love this. I would love to get 1,000 yards, but even throwing Hunter Henry too. All of them pitching in. Haynes splitting some of his time with Oscar Brooks. I love it. This is how you use all your players. And I always look forward to doing that. Oscar Brooks had the longest catch of the season. Hunter Renfrow, he beats out Hunter Renfrow. Hunter Renfrow had that stat every year. Blocking. Offensive line, round of applause. My tackles, anything under 10, always a great year. Cole Strange, probably a little below average at guard on the interior, but City So's back to form. Murphy, his best season going into this Tennessee. Offensive line, though, as a unit, great season. Protecting the quarterback. Brian Cutler, tackle leader. Probably will go up to X Factor after the season. 3 interceptions. What a season for him. Jelani Tavai, though, what a season for him. 112, 11 TFLs, 4.5 sacks, and a pick. And he brought that bitch back for 18 yards. Had 4 deflections as well. Great season for Jelani Tavai. Jabril Peppers. Good season. Wish I could see the damn team rankings, but we don't have. We got fired as Gerard Mayo. Barber, though, not an X Factor, normal dev, and I wish he would have went up dev trait in season, but 71 tackles, 15 TFL, 7 sacks, great season for him. Beast. Bonner, 60 tackles, 19 TFLs, 8 sacks for the reincarnated Aaron Donald. Let's go. Kyle Duggar. Some of these older players, man. Duggar, 3 picks out of the slot. Disappointed. Well, 15 TFLs is great, but only 2 sacks for Kobe Turner, and we paid him all that money to come in. Barmore with 8 sacks. He was great, man. Defense was great. We had enough production on offense and defense to try to make the playoffs this season. Forced fumbles, we had Jabril Peppers and Marquise Bonner. We had no blocks. We had no safeties. We had no defensive touchdowns. Kicking. 1 blocked, and he only missed 1. Really efficient at kicker, 8 of 10, and then inside the 29 times, logs was only 67. Net yards was 2,755. His average was 51.1. Net average 47.5. Under 3,000 yards punting, and then no special teams touchdowns. Yearly awards: MVP, Josh Allen. Coach of the Year, Doug Peterson. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Isaiah Pacheco. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Myles Garrett. Max Crosby, those 2 up there in those sack numbers. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jonathan Nicholson of the Raiders. We got Oscar Brooks at number 3, and he is our wide receiver 4. He was our wide receiver 4, and he finished top 3. Probably should have started him. Pioneers just always under us, man. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Brandon Dillon of the Dolphins. Our division just taking all our awards. Josh Allen, MVP. Well, we had an MVP. Cologne making the list in his final season. Isaiah Pacheco, running back. Font making the list. So we're actually getting some nominees. Wide receiver, Juju Smith-Schuster, not representing our team anymore. That's just like a You gave up on me. You traded me. Shout out to Juju. Offensive lineman of the year goes to Creed Humphrey. Defensive lineman of the year goes to Myles Garrett. Bonner at number 9 should be way higher. Should be way higher. Linebacker goes to Alex Highsmith. Barber at 7. Tavai at 10. But they don't have the NFL tackles leader, who also had 3 picks. Love to see Barber up there. But man, and Tavai. DB goes to Sauce Gardner. Kicker goes to Gordon Wood. Ryland all the way down at number 9. So a lot of nominees, but I would have rather had made the playoffs. So we're just gonna simulate to the Pro Bowl. We should have some Pro Bowlers unless we just get snubbed. So and looking over at the AFC, I see Juju, but I don't know our team. What were some of the names? So no Barmore, or no Kobe Turner. Do we get Bonner? We do not. No left outside lineman. We get so make this make sense, bro. And shout out to Jelani Tavai making it too. We get Cutler as the starting linebacker on the AFC side, but he was not in the mention for best linebacker. Must have took a spot from whoever's in the Super Bowl. But Jelani Tavai, he's starting. We got 2 starting linebackers in the Pro Bowl. And that's all we get. That's all we get. That is all, folks. And now it is a... Ooh. We lost by a point. When I say us, I mean Seattle. But Super Bowl will be 49ers and whoever is representing the AFC. Pittsburgh. I know who I'm rooting for. Let's go San Fran. So, with the mission of getting the Patriots, who have 6 rings, Steelers, 6 rings, 49ers, I think it's 5 rings, Cowboys, 5 rings, to try to get the 7th, to stand alone as the top franchise with the most rings, even though Brady has 7 on his own. We allow the Pittsburgh Steelers to get the 7th ring. It happens in the final season for us, where it was a Super Bowl or bust season. You can't make this up. Nightmare ending for the Patriots here in year 5. But I mean, we definitely got dunked on. No winning season, no playoff appearances, no championship games, no Super Bowls. You can roast us like they did Tom Brady on Netflix. Would have got roasted even worse than that. But that'll wrap it up for year 5 and for the New England Patriots realistic rebuild here in Madden 24. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below. I'm out of here. I'm going. Peace out. Dunk Squad.